I'm just gonna say it, content calendars are dead. They were built for a version of online business and the internet that doesn't exist anymore. And you're not burnt out because you're unmotivated. You're burnt out because the system you were told to follow is outdated and completely impractical for 2026. And in this video, I'm gonna show you the exact new content plan that's replacing content calendars, how this will make you consistent sales without burnout, and why it is the only content strategy that actually works in this AI era. Before I dive into this system, I wanna call out some things that you're feeling so that you know it's not just you. It is across the board in the online business space. Whether you're a course creator, a coach, you have a mastermind, you have a service, you may feel one of these. And let me know which one you can relate to or what you're feeling is very hard in your business right now. Your content is taking longer to create than ever before. But buyer behavior hasn't changed. Engagement is lower, again, no matter how much content you're creating. Your sales seem to be slowing down, even though you're working just as hard and probably harder than you've ever had to before. And every time you try to plan your content, it just feels like you're adding to the noise. Again, let me know which one you can most relate to in the comments below. There are 4 main reasons for this shift that we're feeling right now. The first reason is that AI killed educational content. Your audience used to come to you for the best tips and the hacks in the niche that you're the expert in. Now they just pop on over to ChatGPT and can basically whip up a full-on course on how to do what it is that they want to learn. Educational content alone no longer builds trust. It's actually called commodity content. And a lot of the content calendar rules that you follow or the templates that you follow push you to create even more of this commodity educational content, which does you no good. The second reason for this shift, Instagram is a treadmill with no end in sight. There's no finish line on Instagram, and there's a reason they do this. They want you to stay on the platform. They want you to keep pumping out content because it keeps people on the platform and they make more money the longer people stay on the platform, right? So every day you post, when you wake up the next morning, you're starting at 0 already because Instagram's made that content expire. So it's forcing you to create more content that next day, feeding the noise. You're running on a treadmill that is never going to move forward. And that's exactly what content calendars were built around. Quantity over connection. In last week's video, if you haven't watched that, I will link it right here. I talk specifically why your sales have slowed down into more detail. But one of the reasons I mentioned was ads are more expensive than ever before. Ads used to be a great complementary system, or it used to be people's number one system for generating leads and sales. Now, most business owners hardly get to the point where they're breaking even with ads. So then you gotta look back at your content calendar again, and you need your content to work harder than ever before because ads aren't gonna be a simple solution or a simple answer. And the fourth reason is that trust is at an all-time low. I've been talking about this a lot, but I think I need to just reiterate this point so often here because AI has completely changed who we trust on the internet. People no longer want faceless experts or faceless YouTube channels or faceless Instagram accounts. They want to trust and believe in a person. They want to buy from a person that they like, that they trust, that they feel a connection with. AI has killed your tips content. Instagram has killed the opportunity for you to get attention. Ads are killing budgets every day. And this lack of trust on the internet is killing your conversions. This is why content calendars are a thing of the past. And it's not designed for a world that we live in right now. I can tell you this because I got frustrated with content calendars a while ago. I don't even know the last time that I sat down to map out a full-on content calendar. I'm gonna tell you my strategy for content coming up here in a moment, but I have not had a content calendar for all of 2025. And 2025 has been my best business to date, not just because of revenue. In fact, it's not my highest revenue year ever, but we grew our revenue 50% compared to 2024. I've worked less than ever before, and the amount of stress that I've had because of my business is less than ever before. And I am not spending time on a content calendar because Because when I looked at when I was building a content calendar, it was mostly content for Instagram. And I was probably creating 3 to 4 more times content on Instagram than I was on YouTube. And when I tracked the data, which is so important, you guys, you've got to be tracking the data. Where is your ROI? So when I tracked the data, the amount of traffic that I was getting from Instagram to my sales page that were actually converting was about 10% conversion rate. Not bad, right? When I looked at my YouTube traffic converted at 30%. And I was spending 3 times more time on Instagram content and creating that than I was on one weekly YouTube video. And that really, to me, in 2024 was the realization, this is why content calendars are over. Here it is. Here's what a content calendar should be in 2026, now that we know all of this that's contributing to this change. You don't need more pieces of content. You don't need to be on more platforms. And you don't need to post every day. Go ahead and click that thumbs up button if you're like, hallelujah, I don't need to post every day, because I'm telling you, this is gonna be a huge relief for you. You need one simple weekly routine that will actually sell. And that means one piece of simple content. Ta-da! YouTube. Now, I'm not just saying post whatever videos you want on YouTube. Here is my content calendar, my content strategy for YouTube. And you may have heard me talk about this before, but it is my playlist funnel. It's not random posting. It's not posting when inspired. This is not just bashed ideas and hoping they work. This is a 5-part strategic buyer journey that builds trust, creates binge sessions, moves viewers step by step to actually buying from you, converts better than anything I've seen in the industry, works, well, where are we at now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, works with AI instead of competing with it, and 6, keeps working long after you publish it. So you're not waking up every morning starting at 0, because YouTube videos never expire. In fact, when you're building playlist funnels, they actually compound, almost like compounding interest. When you publish a new video, you get views in the past content. Every new video you create and post on YouTube sends viewers back through your funnel. And your entire video library here on YouTube starts working even harder for you over time, even when you take a break. Yeah, you can take time off posting on YouTube and still get more views, more sales, more clients, even taking a break from YouTube. This is exactly why one of my clients with less than 200 subscribers has made over $152,000 after publishing a total of 16 videos and less than 200 subscribers, remind you. And why I'm able to make $3,000 from one video in a 24-hour time frame from a video that got less than 250 views. Because the power is not in virality, it's in the strategic binge experience around this playlist funnel strategy, which is your YouTube content strategy. Here's what your 2026 content plan needs to be. The first step, you need to build a playlist funnel. Before you even hit record on any videos, you need to build a 5-video series that 1, creates a belief shift, 2, gives a quick win to make that person feel trust with you, show them you actually know what you're talking about. Case study highlights, because again, we need to trust that you actually know what you're talking about. Go into a deeper framework, again, to allow that person to make a deeper connection with you and see that you actually know what you're talking about. And the 5th video really needs to focus in on your system, your framework of the way you do things, and pitch. Now, if you want a more deep dive in how to build this playlist funnel, I have a masterclass that you can join. Go to trenalittle.com/class. And it is about a 70-minute class with me where I will show you exactly how to build these playlist funnels and some of the biggest mistakes that I see so many business owners make that cause these playlist funnels to actually flop. So I don't want you to create playlist funnels that flop. Make sure you join my next masterclass, trenalittle.com/class. These 5 videos that you publish 1 a week is your 5-week content calendar. Step 1, build the playlist funnel. Step 2, film these videos. Listen, you're not needing to create multiple reels a week. You're not needing to show up on stories every day. You're not creating 15 pieces of content scattered everywhere. You need to understand that your YouTube content is your engine. And if you don't give your engine what it needs, what happens? It's going to stop working and you're not going to be able to move. So if you aren't taking the time to sit down and film these YouTube videos after you plan these 5 videos, and you treat it like a must. For example, I'm sitting down today, it's a Saturday. Do I normally work on Saturdays? Absolutely not. But are the holidays coming up? Do we have engagements and plans with family coming up that affect when I can film my videos? Absolutely. So I'm sitting down on a Saturday to pump out 4 videos because I've done my hair and makeup, because let me tell you, this isn't easy to do, and I do not look like this on a daily basis. And even though it's a Saturday, I know this is the time that I have to feed my engine, because if my engine isn't fed, my business is going to dry up. So you can't just look at YouTube as like, oh yeah, I'll get that video out. You need to treat it as a must. That's step 2. Step 3, you then, once you start posting these videos, you can repurpose these videos into emails. And this has been huge for me in 2025. In fact, it's one of the things I talked about in my 3 lessons I learned in 2025. You can watch that video right here. I go into more detail about the 3 things that I did that completely changed my business. But I'm taking the YouTube content that I've spent time building strategically to then repurpose into email to keep my audience engaged. And in these emails, I'm providing value and I'm also selling. So not only am I making sales from my YouTube videos weekly, but I'm repurposing those videos into weekly emails that are also selling for me. And you may be thinking, Trena, 3 emails is a lot. Sure, but I'm gonna tell you what, 3 emails a week actually help me increase my open rates, because my audience is now used to my emails coming in, knowing they provide value. They're excited to open them, and that's what increased my open rates. And the 4th step is to sit back and let your videos do the talking for you, or the selling. Your videos, while you're living life, eating turkey, opening gifts, celebrating New Year's, whatever it is you want to be doing at this time of year, your videos are doing the belief shifting for you. Your emails are doing the nurturing for you. And both of these work, even if you decide to take the Fridays off and go for a massage, or go to Target by yourself without the kids, or volunteering at your kids' holiday party. This is the first content plan ever built to actually relieve you from burnout and not create more overwhelm and burnout. I want you to understand that you're not behind because you can't keep up with a content calendar that you see the experts tell you to do. You're not failing because you can't keep up with your content plan. You're not missing some super secret productivity hack that's allowing people to pump out all this content. That system, that content calendar is working against you. And now with this YouTube content strategy, you will have one that won't burn you out, because it's no longer about posting more and more and more. It's about posting the right thing in the right order on the right platform. So your content can work harder for you so you don't need to. I know you heard me talk about my client that sold over $152,000 with just 16 videos. And I'm going to show you exactly how she did it and give you a deep dive into her experience using this content calendar and this YouTube strategy in my next video right here. Watch it now.